drop the bass.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Marks Remarks, the Blank Space Entertainment's best podcast. I am the internet's Mark Medina. Today I'm joined by the Reverend Alex Larson.
So we went from freemium to best?
Sure.
Are we going down?
I don't know. And then, of course, we have our large Mountain Dew over here, Anthony Cisneros.
Hey, how's it going?
If we're going off the Taco Bell menu, if you don't drink Mountain Dew at Taco Bell, you're not drinking the right drink.
It has to be Baja Blast.
Yeah,
Like,
Baja Blast. That's what I was gonna. I was just gonna say that.
It has to be Baja
You
Blast.
gotta get the Baja Blast. Before it was Code Red, but I don't think they have the Code Red anymore.
No.
They got the Baja
It's okay,
Blast.
because Baja Blast is the best.
It swooped in and it was like, I'm here.
Where was that the first 26 years of my life? Where was Baja Blast?
If you're going to Taco Bell drinking anything besides Baja Blast Mountain Dew, you're an idiot. Fuck you.
Right, that's
Oh,
it's delicious.
my bad. Sorry. Okay.
No.
We're good. I'm sorry.
So to be fair, that is the only time I drink Baja Blast is at Taco Bell.
Like, I swear to God, I drink water sometimes, but when I go to Taco Bell, I go big. So, Anthony,
Yes.
you brought a topic to my attention, and it's one that I don't have a huge amount of knowledge on. So I'm gonna let you take the lead. What do you got for us?
I don't know. I kind of like that Baja Blast topic.
What do you? Okay.
10 minutes of Baja Blast.
No.
Blank Space Entertainment Best Podcast. We're gonna talk about Mountain Dew.
It's delicious.
Stay tuned for Pepsi next week.
We are at least in line with the interest of gamers.
They're like, I love Mountain Dew. I love this podcast. This is exactly the podcast I was looking for. Everybody else is just talking about games. I want to talk about what I do when I play games, which is drink Mountain Dew.
And endorsements, I'm just saying.
Remember, like, Halo back in the day? It was like I love Halo 4. Oh, you freaking like Doritos, and you're like, oh, I got my double XP. My issue is when you're playing a video game, I don't eat Doritos because I don't want that shit all on my controller.
Exactly.
Don't touch my controller when you got Doritos on your hands.
Somebody feed me.
Doritos is like the worst.
That's why I got married. Like, Amanda, feed me Doritos while I play Halo.
She
Yeah.
just throws them at your head.
I wish that was the reason I got married, but she'd be like, no.
Yeah. She'll just do the opposite. She'll eat all your Oreos, and you'll be like, God damn it.
You better not be drinking that milk either.
You. Speaking of milk, have you seen that Vine? This Vine cracks me up. Amanda found it, and it's Barack Obama. Really, Barack Obama. He's eating this giant cookie, and he's trying to dip it in milk. He's all, "Thanks, Obama." I freaking love that commercial.
Oh, that was great.
I'm like, he gets it. Finally, somebody's taking it seriously. Right. 3 minutes in, and we haven't said one word about video games.
All right, so going back to the topic that I haven't brought up yet.
Yes.
My topic is, how old does a game have to be when you remake it? But how many remakes is too much?
So I was just thinking about this. Me and Alex talked about it before you get here. I don't know if remake is the word you're looking for. I think re-release is probably the word you're thinking.
Probably.
Because at first when you said remakes, I was like, Anthony, we talked about this last week. Watch it on Blank Space Entertainment. It's on YouTube.
Oh, man, I got way better stuff to watch than YouTube.
God damn it. Listen to it then while you play Destiny and you're dead or alive.
That's true. But speaking of Dead or Alive, that is actually one of the games that is guilty of it.
Yeah.
Like, Dead or Alive 5 came out on the PS3, and then later on was re-released with Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. And there, it was I had the first one, and I was like, Ultimate, it has some new characters, but I'm not going to spend another $60 to get it. Just
$60?
Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ.
Probably 50, but it was still expensive. And then, PS4 rolls around, Dead or Alive 5, last round. All right, I'm going to get that one.
Is there really only 3 versions of this game?
There's 3 versions of it, yes. But another game that's guilty of it is Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, so how many Street Fighter 4s are there? Well, let's just talk about Street Fighter in general. How many versions of Street Fighter 3 are there? Like 12, right?
Oh God, I don't even know. I played 4 because that's when I started picking it back up again, and then they had Super Street Fighter 4. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I got that one, and then they had Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition.
Yeah, I think that's. Oh no, and then Super Street Fighter Ultra or Street Fighter 4 Ultra.
Yeah, then that one came out. I'm all like, well, I upgraded my Super Street Fighter 4 to the Arcade Edition because it was just like an add-on you can buy. It was like $12.
Like it should be.
Yeah, and then Ultra Street Fighter came out. I was like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's too many re-releases for the one game. Like, shouldn't the game developers just been like, you know what? Shouldn't we just make like Street Fighter 5?
Yeah.
I feel like some guy was in the back room like, no. And I threw my glasses.
Now you can't
I don't
see
need
the
them.
audio.
I don't need it though.
Well, going away from fighting games, I was talking to Alex about that game Trine 2 or whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure every week of PSN releases includes another version of this Trine game, and you're like, how many freaking versions of this game do we need? What's another good one? I had one. I was gonna go off even more off topic and to think like sports games. Sports games literally come out every single year.
Yay, Madden 99.
Yeah. I still don't know what they're going to call Madden in 2025 because last year was Madden 25. They fucked themselves over with that one.
Oh,
They got 10 years.
2025.
They're like, oh shit. Those assholes from we don't
They're
know.
like, this isn't our problem. This is future our
This
problem.
is future EA's problem.
I'm gonna be dead.
2024, they're gonna have the same team, and they're gonna be like, you know what, dude? Let's just quit.
I really thought we would be gone by now. I thought somebody else would have to deal with this.
Like, I'm gone. Let's go join the NHL team. They're struggling. But yeah, like sports games come out every single year, and all they do is put a new year behind it. But it's the same thing with Street Fighter. They're annualizing it without annualizing. Well, I mean, like sports games are annualized, but Street Fighter, I don't know if there's been one every year. I don't think so because there's only 4 versions, and the game came out like 5 years ago. I don't know, maybe.
But, you know who's a really big like they're guilty of it? Team Ninja. I want to point out when Ninja Gaiden came out for the Xbox, like it was fun, and then they re-released it as Ninja Gaiden Black, and it had some new weapons and all that, new missions. And then it got another re-release for the PS3 later down the line, and it was Ninja Gaiden Sigma, and I got that one. I was like, oh man, I remember this game. It was awesome back in the day when I had an Xbox. And then they made Ninja Gaiden 2 for the 360, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna get a 360 just to play that. And then they re-released it again for the PS3.
You're like, this must be the greatest game of all time.
And then Ninja Gaiden 3, oh, what do we know? Like, later down the line, it gets another release with, more content. It's just like, really, guys? Can't you just fit all your content into the first version of the game? Or just release it as, like, DLC, like a normal person?
A good example is Mario Galaxy. There's traditionally, like, one big Mario game nowadays on the consoles. When Mario Galaxy came out, they had so many ideas, so many assets, or not assets, but so many assets, like ideas for levels built and stuff like that. So then they were making a Super Mario Galaxy spin-off, and they ended up putting so much work into it that they were like, screw it, here, Super Mario Galaxy 2. And Super Mario Galaxy 2 is arguably one of the best games ever made.
Oh yeah.
And it was DLC. We didn't have DLC, but it was an add-on just to the original Galaxy, and they were like, you know what? Let's take another year on this and let's make it an actual game, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it is a beautiful game.
Yeah.
So, from my opinion, like the only ones I can really like accept are if a game is coming to a new console, like a console that hasn't been on before.
Yeah.
So kind of like Ninja Gaiden, where it went from Xbox to PS3. Like, that makes sense. Like, add in whatever you have, and then, like, you put it on your console.
Dead or Alive? final round is because, or last round or whatever it's called, is coming to
I'm
PS4.
kind of okay with that because it's on the PS4, like because it's making the jump, so like it's letting new people play it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I'm okay with is like Game of the Year editions, where they like wait a year or so until like all the DLC's done, like coming out, and then they're like, okay, $60, here's the game, here's all the DLC, and then like there you go. Like for people who've never bought it like day one or picked it up, you know.
Yeah. And I'm cool with that too. It's just that like.
But like if you're gonna like re-release the game with just like a little suffix and like it's the same exact game on the same console, but just like
a roster update.
Like just put those characters out as DLC. Like they should be.
Yeah, that's the perfect example was Super Street Fighter 4 being able to pay like $10 and getting Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition is like the perfect example of how it should work. Not like sports games where they literally like, okay, so if they were like, okay, here's Madden 2010, and then they were like in 2011, here's an update. And then they were like in 2012, here's another update. And then Madden 13 came out. Like, I think a lot more people would be happy with it because, like, I get eventually they come up with new ways to play the game. And so it's like, okay, now, let's stop doing roster updates. Even if you have to pay for them, let's release a new game because we have a new engine or we just, like, have a new way to play this game. But, like, every year is, like, a little rough.
Like, they just have no motivation to not do that because like every year they come out, like they sell millions of copies.
Yeah, I know.
So like, there's no reason to. That is like, there's a pretty large group of people I think that like only get those sports games. Like,
you mean developers?
No, I mean like a certain demographic of people who like.
The bro gamer.
Yeah, exactly. Like every year they get Madden.
They spend $120 a year. They buy Call of Duty and Madden, and that's it.
Yeah, and then like that's all they play.
Yeah,
so.
the bro gamer.
That's true. And then like, I mean, I hate to do this too, but I mean, Call of Duty is pretty much guilty of it too. I mean, it's the same game because I mean, honestly, I play it for the story mode because I mean, I'm like, yes, it has a story mode. People, it's right there on the main menu. But, like, I know a lot of people, like, hardcore Call of Duty fans play it just for the multiplayer. I mean, literally, what's the difference between Call of Duty Modern Warfare and then let's jump to... I mean, yeah, Advanced Warfare has, like, the jetpacks. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, you get to jump around.
Call of Duty's a little harder sell in the sense that that's not the same developer making it every year.
Yeah.
That's three different... That's like people who say... Oh, they come out with a new Assassin's Creed every year. And it's like, yes, but Unity started development like 2012 and came out
like,
or 2011.
These aren't games that like were just made in a year.
Yeah, like NBA not NBA, MLB The Show is a PlayStation exclusive. It's made by that PlayStation team. I forget what they're called. That's what they make. They make it for 9 months. They release it. They take a break. Then they make the next one. Like that's what they do. All the time is make baseball. And so it's like but you bring up an interesting point with Call of Duty because what I've always felt they should do with Call of Duty is they should release 2 Call of Duties every year. What? Hold on, Anthony, let me explain. Basically what they should do is be like, here's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the single player for $20. And then here's the multiplayer for $40. The reason they don't do that is because why? Most people are going to buy it for the multiplayer. They're getting those extra $20. Like they're going to buy it anyway. So might as well get $60 from them instead of $40. But I mean, some people do want Call of Duty just for the single player. Call of Duty is like hands down the most polished shooter out there. So if you want to play a single player, like Call of Duty is the one to play for the most part. But it's kind of like they know that if you love single player enough, you're going to spend $60 and buy the game. They know the multiplayer people are going to buy it regardless. And might as well make them pay for the single player.
And I mean that's what they're going to make their money off of anyways with the map packs and all that.
Yeah.
Was your computer supposed to turn off?
Huh? Oh, it's just the monitor shuts off. It's still running. So, anyways, we're past our time.
Update.
Anyways.
I still haven't picked up my glasses that I slapped off my face.
He did. He literally slapped his glasses off his face, and he looks super weird without them.
Can you see the microphone?
Super weird.
Like, do you even know where you're looking right? Me and Alex could have just left the goddamn room. He's like, all right, guys, welcome to Marks or Marks. My name's Anthony. They're like, who is this guy?
I don't even know who I am
I think
anymore.
it's the first time they actually heard Anthony's name.
What do you mean?
Well, we never call him. Oh, I guess so.
Oh, yeah. We should totally do a Mexican Marks or Marks with like Anthony's or Marks, and it's got like all this racist stuff about
That, no.
Maybe we should wait until we're more established.
before we start pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
The borders.
He's allowed to say it.
You're half allowed to say it, Mark.
I'm half allowed to say it. People are only half offended when I say it. So. Well, that is it for today's episode of Marks or Marks. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Go to Blank Space Entertainment for more Marks or Marks. There's a lot on there now. This is episode 5, but if you look in the grand scheme of things, this is episode 40. I'm gonna have to go back and count.
We should have renamed it when we started over.
No, it's about me.
It's true. You're a guest.
Don't forget you guys
that.
are my guests. Marks or Marks.
Well, we are in your living room, so I guess that is fair.
My microphone. Anyways, thanks for everybody. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I am the Internet's Mark Medina.
I'm the Reverend Alex Larson.
I have no idea who I am.
And we will see you guys next time.